Hello to
Yeah.
the Affinity Streaming Podcast. I am Contrell, joined as always by Sarah, Riley, and Charlie. How are you guys?
Good. How are you doing?
We're here.
Great. It's sunny out.
All right. Now that that's out of the way, uh, today, today's movie is called The Beekeeper, 2024, rated R, runtime of 1 hour, 45 minutes, and spoilers are ahead. So, when Claire Huxtable takes her own life after being scammed out of over $2 million, her friend has to start killing people for revenge. Before we get started talking about this masterpiece, I want you guys to follow us on our socials. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook at Affinity Streaming Podcast. Charlie, since you picked this movie, why don't you go ahead and tell us all about it?
I don't really remember picking this movie.
No.
Because you didn't pick it. Control picked
Control
it.
did it.
That's interesting though. Maybe I just forgot. I don't know.
No.
But yeah, no. See, I was kind of into it at the very beginning, and kind of as it went along. But I got kind of lost interest as it went on. It just got really repetitive. It was like the same boring fights over and over again. It was the kind of thing where he never has any struggles. He just kind of goes through, and then it just sort of ends. And yeah, it was like the first 45 minutes. I was like, oh, this could be fun, and then the last hour just it felt like it was taking forever. What would you guys think?
Same. I think it was the beekeeper didn't have like so much of a backstory. It was all the same. Like, no, you cannot. I didn't like the police girl.
She didn't do anything.
Right? Like no one.
No,
did it.
no one did anything.
No one did anything. So it's like the only one that I liked is the little child that was like skateboarding at the beginning. That kid doesn't even can kind of thing. Like the main boy that's like running the thing. How does it even know his name?
So you like the bad guy, Josh Hutcherson from Hunger Games?
Whatever. No, I don't like the character. I kind of liked that he was trying to convey something in on the screen. It was hard. It was hard to watch. Like I tried because it was like, oh, okay, this like like humble man is gonna help like this poor lady and like to battle this like huge company to
Yeah.
but nothing happened with the money. We just like boarding stuff
I
instead
know,
of
like, why didn't he try and
giving
get
the
the money
money
back?
back or something.
This charity lost $2 million. Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Forget it.
He
They
was
don't
like
need it.
so dumb. I was like, no.
That's where he lost me. His motivation lost me.
Yeah.
Because it was just pure revenge. I mean, I like the concept of the movie. Like, the idea, okay, there's this, like, organization within the government that's, like, the Beekeeper. And it's this, like, super, like, stealth, great, like, fighting, like, kind of thing. I like the concept of that. And, like, for it to start someplace with him, like, doing this, I was like, okay, like, I got so mad in the beginning about the lady's, like, fraud.
Exactly.
But then, like, the fighting, I just remember the scene in, like, the hallway when they're already at, like, the president's beach house and he's fighting the guy with all the, like, facial hair all crazy. And he's just, like, stab in the face, stab this. I was like, I am so bored out of my mind right now. Like, this is the longest random stabbing scene. Like, what the heck?
No one even cared they were stabbed.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
he's got, like, a little gaping hole in his cheek when he comes up. I'm like, what is this happening?
Once again, America, as the voice of reason of this podcast, I'm going to take over now. David Ayer, who also did the original Suicide Squad movie, was released January 12th, 2024, starring Jason Statham, has a critics of 72% on Rotten Tomatoes and an audience score of 92 on Rotten Tomatoes, 5.8 on Film Affinity.
Of course. I'm talking about like Beekeeper, right? Like he has to like go kill like the queen or something because there was like
I
a
like
bad like descendant, like whatever, and it was like okay,
Corrupting the hive.
but the girl like tried to like explain about it, kind of thing.
Such a weird way too.
Right?
Oh, good thing she just happened to have this manual on bees in her
Yes,
car. Like,
yes, like he was.
yeah, can we talk about the supposed head of this organization, who's just it's a
Oh.
secret organization, right?
Yes,
But she
yes.
wears like a pink outfit. She has
Yes,
crazy hair.
yes.
She's very secretive by ramming her truck in a very public place into his car. It's like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah,
hired
yes,
this
yes,
lady?
yes.
here's our very
was
secret organization.
so
Surely
random.
no one will ever recognize her.
So random. So
Very
random.
short. It was action. It was just like something you can relate to getting scammed online. Who hasn't been scammed?
Yeah, look, I
Or
enjoyed the early parts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the setup was good, but the execution was like bad. Like I like the concept.
I feel like they dealt with that guy who did it like really fast, and then I kind of lost interest. I think.
I know it was like 30 minutes into the movie, and I was like, "What am I gonna watch for the next like hour and
It's like,
15?"
do I really care about the
It's
rest?
like, "Oh, it's done."
well, he had to get to the root of the problem.
But he didn't even get the money back.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Favorite scene, Riley.
Favorite? Nothing like stands out that much. There isn't really a favorite scene. It was all just like, meh.
You didn't enjoy when he tied that guy to the truck and then drove the truck off
That's
the bridge?
nice.
That was mine.
That was
That was fine, and like using some other like the things that I did appreciate is when he used some other things like fighting. Like it was really gross, but when he like used the elevator to like kill people, I was like,
Ew.
that's disgusting. But like it was something different, so it like stuck out in my brain. But like there was.
I like the truck that he was calling like the boss. That's like this like boy, and with no fingers, and then he's just like chilling, like asking like, "Hey, bro, stop, blah blah blah," and then he's like tightening him up, and he just like, "You could like do this very easy or something." Like I don't know, like it was very like I don't know, bad at the same time, entertaining. And there was also like one line at the end. What line was it that he was like, "You defend the law or you defend justice," or something like that? And it was like,
they trying this like weird thing about morality or something.
Yeah.
Like really tacked on, and
Yeah.
it's pretty bad.
yeah,
Too.
but at the end, it was
Favorite.
like, okay.
Favorite parts, Charlie. Favorite.
Totally justified in like blowing up buildings and stuff. Like, he doesn't even get the money back. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm really stuck on that.
I
but
liked
it
when
seems
he
like
just
the whole point that he just
started
ignores.
pouring gasoline on top of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, if people
I
stay
enjoyed
there,
that, and they're just like,
and they were like, I mean, I've seen a guy with 2 tanks of gasoline, and I run, like I don't even care
they
what's
did run.
happening. No, but at the beginning, it was like,
Well, yeah, because
They
you
just did.
expect security to be like, what is going on?
I don't know, it was
I don't
silly.
care about every time someone comes in with gas. But
Yeah.
I wanted to hate. It was
"Oh
very,
yeah,
it was
I
very
wanted to hate
enjoyable
him
to hate
so
him.
much."
Yeah.
They were kind of playing off of like the like the Wolf of Wall Street kind of thing, where it's like a,
Yeah.
a stock room
Yeah.
and like making sales or whatever.
Yes,
That
exactly.
was fun.
With those, yeah. I mean, that was exactly like visually was like I think good.
Yeah.
But
then they kind of ruined it because then apparently the other brands look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. Have an actual personality. It's just probably every branch just is the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
Yeah, so this section was called your favorite scene. Did anyone other than Sarah say anything?
"What? I just said the elevator."
Okay, Charlie. All right, too late. Favorite character, actor.
I
Not that
mean,
one. They were all kind of wasted in this movie. Jason
Yes.
Statham plays it so dull. He doesn't even feel like when he kills the guy who did it to what's her face. It doesn't even seem like happy about it or satisfied or anything. It's just a thing that happens. Like I would want him to show something like, yeah, you get what you deserve, like anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Any
Yeah.
emotion.
Did you call Felicia Rashad what's her face?
Yeah, I did.
Young people. Anyway,
I mean, she was only in the movie like 5 minutes.
yeah, but she's Felicia Rashad. She's Claire Huxtable.
I tried to like them, but I don't like the main guy, like the Beekeeper. No. The skateboard guy, like the main
Josh.
no. I really tried because I felt like he was really trying to be like that obnoxious, like son, but no.
I liked him. I thought that. I mean, he made me like be like annoyed at him, and like he actually I thought had emotion. Like you could tell he was trying to play it cool, but he was also scared, and he's like doing drugs to make himself like compensate to feel better. Like I don't know. I thought he did a decent job.
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna.
What about you?
I was about to say.
Well, what about you?
What about you?
Sorry, listeners.
I don't have a. I don't have a favorite. I'm gonna go with my.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with my least favorite. The FBI girl, played by Emmy Raver Lampman. She was just not useful at all.
you're like conflicted about it.
Yeah.
So it's bad.
Right, you're right. What would you change about the movie, Charlie? What would you have changed about the movie, Charlie?
I don't know if I've said anything that I would change, but like let me try and. I don't know. I guess I would. Yeah, like I said, I would try and make. I would because like the first guy in that one branch was so much more satisfying as a villain. He really felt I don't know more interesting, intriguing. He had like the direct connection. I would have been happier if that was like more of the movie, like the main point of the movie. Like forget about all the subplots with the FBI. Forget about all that. Just make it a very simple revenge movie. First, he has to find the guys. Maybe he goes to some low level thugs first. You know, like the typical thing. I would want more like interesting action scenes, not just the same boring punch, 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 whatever, whatever, whatever. He goes through all the enemies like so easily, like they're not even there. It just gets very dull.
Yeah, for me, I would like change the script, the entire. I feel like it's not a. I mean, I'm not saying that I can do it better. I'm saying like the writing I think it is poor in this one, and I would like maybe like go more like emotional and see like the FBI like lady like the girl have more of backstory of the beekeeper, of the old lady like the grandma or
It's her
no,
mom.
yeah, or mom that was like scammed on internet and the FBI, and like as a subtle like another like story about like these scamming people, but the real like conflict between her like with the law and with the justice kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to
Yeah.
like see more like
Explore that.
emotion
Yeah.
than just like facts.
Yeah,
you
she's
know?
just reading beef facts. She's
Right.
just exposition.
Yes, so no. A little more like deeper, like in just like in a simple way.
Yeah.
Riley?
I mean, I think they changed the whole movie.
Because
I
there's no
mean,
movie.
It's like there's so many different ways you could go and so many things you could change with this one. It's really hard to pick. Like I feel like as they have already said, like pick one thing, focus on it, and make it good instead of like these random little things and it being too short of like certain storylines. As Charlie said, it could have just been expanded with the like guy in the beginning because like as soon as he was dead, I was like, do I care anymore? Like I just wanted him dead. Like
Yeah.
I don't care about this deeper plot about the president's son. Like
Yeah, like the campaign and the money and everything, and I'm gonna come clean or something, and whatever. It was bad.
Yeah.
She was good acting though. I like her acting a lot because she was like 15 minutes on screen, and I believe her all the time. So good for the president.
I feel like if they had just stopped with all of the beekeeper and the hive and find like all those references to bees.
If they wanted to do that, like they have it to like work around all of that, like the story. It was just like sending, like saying like random facts about it, and it's like, oh, you
it's
know
just
what, you know
exposition.
that.
Like I obviously he's going to try to go to top. You don't need to like write this whole nonsense about bees killing their
I
queen.
all
know.
about the bees, the beekeeper.
Also,
It's a cool organization.
Did he literally have to be a beekeeper? Is that like all he can like think of to work as?
Yes.
Maybe they just train them to do bees.
That's all they do.
That's why, as my prequel, sequel, or spinoff pitch, we need to do an origin story of the beekeepers.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
this-
agree with that.
Is
That would
this
be
one a
good.
first movie of beekeepers?
Yes.
So, yeah. Who cares? Like, I feel like I care nothing about any of the movie, like people. So it's like I want to care for someone. So the beekeeper, please, like I need like a sad backstory to like, oh, now I understand why you're that way.
Yeah, I would do a prequel. That sounds cool. I would set it like I don't know, like 250 years in the past. Just forget about all these boring, terrible characters. But then it's the founding of the country. You have some like intrigue with like British spies in our midst or something, and that's why you have the beekeepers or whatever, whatever, whatever. That's more or less what they alluded to with the CIA guy. Like, oh, this is why we need the beekeepers or whatever. It was,
That sounds interesting.
yeah,
I'd watch that.
yeah.
All right. In the end, are we recommending this movie to friends and family?
No, it's like a hard no. I think.
No, sorry.
That's really not.
It was great.
You said you were watching it with some coworkers. Did they like it?
Since you didn't like this, do you want to recommend characters from this movie or actors from this movie? Because there were a lot of good
Yeah.
people in there.
I can recommend like Josh
Hutcherson.
that one.
Yeah.
That I saw him like playing Peter Miller in the Hunger Games.
I mean, that's what everyone's gonna know him
Yeah,
from.
that's why I know him, because I tried to like recommend something from The Beekeeper, but it felt like all the movies, like I seen him a lot around, but nothing that stood out to me. So it's like I'm not gonna recommend anything that it doesn't like stand out. So yeah, but
Not for him. I don't know.
yeah, not for him exactly, just for Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel. Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
How you pronounce it? Yeah, Diesel.
I guess, yeah.
Or Paul Walker. Yeah. So not for him. So yeah, Hunger Games. Peter Miller.
Is that what they do in Hunger Games?
No, they do
Is it
this.
Volunteers tribute.
Yeah.
That was freak. Sorry.
I mean,
say hi. 1 second. Say hi to my friend, like Spanish friends, that they enjoy it so much, that thing from the Hunger Games. That's all.
Okay.
all right. My shout out was gonna be, or not my shout out. My recommendation was gonna be the same because
You can.
I didn't even see. I mean, I've seen Jason in other things, but he doesn't stand out as a main person in anything else for me to recommend, and I haven't really seen the other people. So, plus the Hunger Games are great.
Haven't you recommended Umbrella Academy before?
Who was in that? Was she?
You see how
Is
she
she
stood out?
the main girl, the like main sister in the Umbrella Academy? Really? She did a much better job in the Umbrella Academy than in here.
Because the
That's like
script.
shocking.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was the same girl because like her acting is a million times better in the Umbrella Academy.
It's because the script.
Yeah. I think her act. Like I guess in general, her acting in this was fine. It's just
Yeah, I guess
she's
she
reading
had
the terrible.
nothing to do.
She's reading those terrible lines. It's hard to
Yeah.
act
Yeah,
well when
but
you're reading facts out of a
she had
book.
choices, and
She could have chosen not to be in this movie. So
yes, or put those faces, or be like, I don't know, that's sassy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Ew.
for me, I guess it wasn't as much her acting as Charlie said. The lines just not being great.
Yeah. Did you know bees have?
Yeah.
I don't.
And anything.
There's a queen slayer.
Yes.
Like, thanks.
Like,
sorry, girl.
Yeah.
We blame the
Charlie.
writer.
Recommend.
Well, I like Jeremy Irons, but I don't know what movies I could recommend from him.
oh yeah, he's
But
also great.
He's always a good time.
Awesome.
But
So Josh Hutcherson is also in a Hulu series called Future Man that I really enjoyed.
All right.
That you guys should
Feature Man.
Future Man.
Like the
Future Man.
It's
Like the
future,
future.
man.
Future.
What?
Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons was good in the Borgas. The Borgai. Have you seen the Borgai?
No.
Okay. It's like this period piece. He also played Alfred in the
Batman.
Zack Snyder movies. Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show, obviously.
See, I haven't really watched the Cosby Show. Yeah. Not really. I guess like I saw it on TV a few times, but that's about it.
I'm going to give my shout out this week
Vale.
to Dave Wilson, who recommended this movie to me.
Dave recommended it?
Oh.
I'll go since Sarah's drinking her water.
No. I'm gonna shout out to San Jordi. that it was like this week. It's like a festivity that it's in my hometown, Catalonia, that it's about books and roses, and there's like a legend behind it, and it's a beautiful day, and I miss being there so much. So shout out to Books and Roses and Love, and because it's our like San Valentine's Day in Catalonia, so yeah, shout out to Books and Roses in San Jordi.
Well, I will give my shout out to a specific book, which
I know.
read for book club, called The Power, which is a really interesting dystopian novel that I enjoyed a lot. It had some faults to it, but overall, I thought it was a really good book, and I recommend it.
Who
About
wrote it?
Naomi Alderman.
I would love to know your
Yeah.
opinion about it, Control, about the book.
If you have
Who has
time.
time to read? I have to watch movies.
Well,
And we also watch
you can
movies
listen to the
and
audiobook
read.
or something. It's all good.
Don't make excuses.
I'm reading The Court of Thorn and Roses. Right now.
Stop
Are
reading,
you?
stop reading that one and read this one. 'Cause
I
this one's
okay.
better.
I'm gonna join you then.
This one's better.
Charlie,
Don't bother that
shout
one.
out.
My shout out is to this guy on YouTube. Okay, so like the scamming thing made me think of this guy on YouTube called Kid Boga. He does like this things where he like pretends to be like an old lady or an old man and like talks to these scammers.
Oh really?
Oh.
Yeah, and just like messes with them and tries to get them like really mad. And,
I love that.
and tries to like get like banking
Oh.
information from them so he can like report it and get them
I
like,
don't
shut
know.
down.
He's like our Robin Hood.
Yeah, there's actually a bunch of them, but he's the one because he just has fun with it.
That's fun.
Yeah,
I
and
like
he'll
that.
spend
I
like
wanna see
hours on
that.
the phone, just like pretend. He'll like buy the gift cards and then just like start like spending them in front of the scammers, and they'll be like
Wow.
screaming at him to stop.
You see, Control, like when he has a shout out, he's good. When Charlie has a shout out.
When he has one.
Yeah, when exactly? When I said when he has it.
Speaking of Charlie, would you like to announce next week's movie?
The zone of interest.
Zone of Interest. All right. Going from fun to depressing again. All right.
Wait, no. I mean that wasn't fun.
The Beekeeper was not fun. There was a lot of death.
That was-
and it started off with a suicide. That was not fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We appreciate you here on the Infinity Stream Podcast and the 92% of people who enjoyed this movie on Rotten Tomatoes. We love you guys. For Riley, Sarah, Charlie, I'm Control. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.